Hello, all my VIPs. If you don't already know, oh my gosh, TikTok is a totally different world. I understand, but Keith Lee versus Atlanta is the newest fucking drama I did not ever think I would come across.
This has got to be the hungriest food reviewer I have ever seen. Keith Lee is back, and let me play you this video before we get into why he just posted.
Yeah, they told him, when he walked in, they wanted to give him a table ASAP, but we told him we've been sitting in the cars, couldn't sit down, and they tried to let him skip in front of us. He like, nah, if they can't eat, I don't want to eat either, because how the hell y'all gonna give me a table and don't get on no table just because y'all know I got social media?
Now, this video was taken about 9 hours ago, and people are speculating what restaurant did Keith Lee visit that he didn't get a table at? Well, that restaurant happened to be owned by Kandi Burruss, which happens to be Old Lady Gang. Now, Keith Lee explains in this video, which I'm going to tag below for you guys to watch, that he had got approached by somebody that said, hey, I work for Old Lady Gang, and we've been emailing you, and we'd love for you to try our restaurant. And as you guys know, Keith Lee sent in his family to go get either a table or order some food. And of course, they told him, well, it's an hour and a half wait, so you're going to have to wait. So when his family relayed that message back to Keith Lee, he went inside himself. And here's what they had to say.
How long the wait time has been today? She said an hour to an hour and a half. So which I then asked, how are you able to sit me in 5 minutes? This is her response. How long are we looking for as far as Again, my family just attempted to eat there less than 2 minutes ago. I then told her I changed my mind. We're going to go eat somewhere else. And I said, God bless you. And I walked out. On second thought, it's okay. We're going to go eat somewhere else. I appreciate it, for sure. Thank you. God bless. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Have a good one.
Now, Kandi Burruss, nor has anyone else from Old Lady Gang management has responded to this entire debacle with Keith Lee. So it'll be interesting to see in the coming hours what they say and the level of favoritism they were willing to show someone and disregarding probably just regular patrons who enjoy eating at their spot. But he's still in Atlanta, so there's still more food to review, hopefully.
So for extra context with that video that I just showed you, it was 2 minutes and 20 seconds, okay? So it started with this restaurant called Milk and Honey, and I'm gonna show you from Twitter. Okay, here it is. So Milk and Honey is a restaurant in Atlanta that is blowing up on the internet due to their rules. Many people think these rules are blasphemous, and honestly, I can dead ass agree. Okay, so we got fucking 10 rules right here, and I'm about to read each and every one of them. You'll be fine, you'll be fine. Number 1, we guarantee great food. Everything else is left to chance. Number 2, we do not provide individual checks. However, we will allow up to 3 forms of payment. Number 3, 18% gratuity added to parties of 5 or more or checks larger than $75. Number 4, no modifications to any of the menu items. If you have a food allergy, please choose another item without the allergen. Before I continue on, number 4 is so fucking stupid to me, and I'm gonna explain why after I continue. Number 5, be nice. Number 6, no reservations unless you're Barack Obama. Hey, there's exceptions to every rule. Oh my gosh. Number 7, no table hibernation, 90-minute max. Others have to eat too, which is also blasphemous too. 8, if we prepare your selected item to our menu specifications, we will not remove the item from your bill. Our entrees are not samples. Thank you. Number 9, they didn't say thank you, they said thanks. Anyways, number 9, no parties larger than 4 on days that end in Y. We're in a small place, and when we get busy, large groups are hard to accommodate. We do not push tables together. Number 10, we have no waiting area inside. Keep in mind, if on the wait list, you can receive a text when your table is ready. Naps in your car are fine. Ooh, remember, this is supposed to be fun. Yo, this is made by a person who personally hates people, bro. This is made by a person who just hates being social, bro. Hates being social. What happened to we serve customer service? Customer service, bro. The reason why I said number 4 is stupid is because no modifications to the menu. That's instantly a person to walk away from the restaurant. Like, me and my family would fucking leave. Because what do you mean we can't modify the menu if we're allergic to peanuts? Or there's no, like, in fact, it's not even just a tree nut allergy, okay? There are some people who, you know, they can't have too much of certain meats. you know, or seafood or something like that. Like, not even just seafood. Well, there are some foods that contain some bit of seafood, but they're not seafood dishes specifically. But anyways, you know what I mean. It's such a stupid rule. And then no reservations. I never heard of a restaurant not having reservations. I that's weird. I know there are some restaurants like that, but usually restaurants that seem as big as Milk and Honey would, you know what I mean? No table hibernation. I would understand that, but you do realize that most people wait well over 2 hours for their food in some restaurants if it's really that busy. And you're saying they're hibernating the tables, but they ain't even got their food yet. So it's like, what are you talking about? Number 8. Oh my gosh. It's just our entrees are not samples things. It's like, damn, this is a smart ass bitch. Like, bro, rude as fuck. This is made by a bitch that's rude. Like, that ass. No parties larger than 4 on days that end in Y. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? That's so stupid. What is this not a regular restaurant? This is, of course, it's not a regular restaurant. It's not supposed to be like every other restaurant. But okay, no, what the? Okay, nah, I'm growing a headache off this stupid shit, bro. Oh God, bro. And no waiting area inside. How big is your place? If your place is big enough for a waiting area and yet you purposely do not have one, you suck. And then saying naps in the car, I guarantee your food ain't that fucking good to where you be telling me to nap in my car to wait on y'all to fix my shit when I paid, bitch. Ooh, nah. They could really run trade with me, bitch. Fight me, bitch. Like, that ass, I will win. Like, for real. And what's so important about this is that Keith Lee visited this restaurant and then he found out this set of rules because they basically let him know that they could not, I think it was complications with serving him, and because of the rules, these bullshit ass rules, he and his family had left. I know I'm saying it wrong. The woman in the video said it better than I did, but yes. Okay, so I looked at the original video for reference. So basically, it was Keith Lee's wife and I think sister or mom, I'm gonna just say his family. They went in first and he stayed in the car. And what happened was that they said they were closed for deep cleaning, but people were still going in. So it was kind of like, what the heck? It's basically like they lied to them. And then Keith Lee was just like, okay, let me go get out the car and go in there. When he went in there, they were actually trying to prepare to set him a table. So that's what the real Milk and Honey did, bro. That restaurant, they lied, bro. And then another instance happened in that video with that was 2 minutes and 20 seconds of that lady explaining. So this same thing happened at Kandi Burruss's restaurant. If you don't know who Kandi Burruss is, she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm gonna show you who she is. This is Kandi Burruss. She's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. She's iconic. She has been on the Real Housewives of Atlanta for over 10 seasons, bro. And may I just say, she is the richest member of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's a businesswoman for real. And one of her businesses is her restaurant. Her restaurant is called the Old Lady Gang. And Keith Lee went with his family, right? They try to order beforehand, like using the number on Yelp. No answer. They try to order through DoorDash. Literally was temporarily closed. So they went up to the restaurant themselves. When Keith Lee's family went into there, he didn't go in himself again, just like how he did with Milk and Honey, right? They said they don't do any takeouts because it's busy and it was the weekend, which is like, what? I can understand since it's like you're busy, so you can't really do takeout. There's too many people that's going there. And Old Lady Gang is a very popular restaurant. But the reason why I'm just like, what? Is because of what they did next. Basically, they told Keith Lee family that went in there that, oh yeah, it's going to be an hour or an hour and a half long wait for the food, right? When I tell you that, when Keith Lee went into there, right, they told him, oh, your food, we got a table ready for you in 5 minutes. So you mean to tell me that because Keith Lee is popular, I mean, I'm not surprised. Of course, I knew people would do this. I'm really not shocked. It's just the fact is that that's messed up. You said it's going to take an hour to an hour and a half long wait, right? And then you, like, the popular one, not even just the popular one, because Ronnie's popular too. In fact, oh my gosh, not doing a picture. The fact that people don't recognize Ronnie as his wife is crazy to me. Like, I'm just like, do people not even know he's married with a child? Like, do they not recognize his wife at least? Like, they don't. It's so crazy to me. But it's the fact is that when he walked in, oh yeah, we gonna have it ready in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? From an hour to an hour and a half to 5 fucking minutes? Like, what? all because he popular. That's messed up. There's these regular people, not even, yeah, basically regular people who aren't on TikTok or aren't on social medias and have a high following, who are waiting for their food for a long ass time. That's a long time to be hungry. I don't care what y'all say. You come there hungry, it's a long ass time to wait just to eat. And then the moment that he come in, oh yeah, we gonna have you ready in 5 minutes. That's so messed up. That is messed up, bro. That's messed up. I don't know if the worker was told to do that or if the worker just did it of their own accord, what have you. But it's the fact is that it's like you being messed up like that. And you thought he was gonna take that shit. He's not gonna take that shit. He's not gonna wait 5 minutes to go there. No, he's gonna go to another place because that's unfair. Like legit. He's not that type of content creator, my guy. Like he's gonna go to another place so that his family can eat too. Because how is it that you telling his family, oh, they could wait an hour in 30 minutes, but when he come in, it's like, oh, y'all can all eat in 5 minutes. That's unfair. No, shouldn't be doing that shit. We're gonna dip, and that's exactly what he did. He went somewhere else to eat with his family because it was unfair. This is the second Atlanta restaurant, bro, and that's why this video is gonna be called Keith Lee versus Atlanta, because y'all are messing up. You're messing up. And I know it's only 2 restaurants, right? But one thing I didn't mention too was Milk and Honey response. They had a response. I didn't mention it to start off with because I wanted to connect the 2 restaurant situations happening because it makes sense to connect them, right? But it was the response. I just found out they did a whole response and it was so petty. I'm actually going to show it and I'm about to look it up right now.
Who is this Keith Lee?
Daddy, you don't know Keith Lee? Yeah.
No.
And as you can see from that video, it was one of the creators of the restaurant or one of the higher ups of the restaurant trying to be petty by saying, and who is this Keith Lee? Knowing dang on well that the workers recognized Keith Lee because they were trying to accommodate for him the moment he walked into the restaurant. You know good and damn well who Keith Lee is. So the fact that you even made a response like this is fucking petty. And why is the kid taking a picture? But no, it's the fact that you made a response like this showing that you're just mad because he gave an honest review of his experience. He didn't even get to eat your food, bro. That's how messed up it was. And your house rules suck. The fact that you have that many rules and it's obviously made by a petty ass person, bro. Your rules got attitude. How the hell you make rules with attitude? Like, I don't understand, bro. And it's the fact that with that response, they deleted it. So I had to get it from other accounts because I tried to go on their original one. Tell me why they deleted that after they made it. They knew it was wrong. They knew it was wrong. And it's forever on the internet because most of the people saved the damn video. So it's like, you did not think at all with your brain, your head. Is it empty in there? Like, that like, the hell? But yes, this entire thing is crazy. And then Keith Lee, am I gonna put his video in here? Am I gonna do that? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna shorten it of what basically he's gonna say. Okay, so we're gonna do the timeline of the Keith Lee eating in Atlanta situation. Okay, so we're gonna start at the Real Milk and Honey. There's 2 restaurants, the Real Milk and Honey and Milk and Honey. These are 2 separate restaurants. Now people were sending death threats to Milk and Honey, and that is not what Keith Lee is all about. So we're gonna focus on the Real Milk and Honey. This is the restaurant he actually ate or was trying to eat at, and then complications happened, like how I mentioned in the video and how it was mentioned. Then he went to Kandi Burruss's restaurant, the Old Lady Gang. Complications happened to there, and then afterwards he went to another restaurant called The Toast that's on Lenox in Atlanta, right? Now before I continue, I will say this: in Atlanta on Sunday they do partake in brunch, and at The Toast there were a bunch of people who were dressed down to the nines. Most of them must have got out church and whatnot, so they partake in brunch. So they wait 2 hours. They're used to waiting 2 hours for their food or more. So when Keith Lee and his family went there, Keith Lee and his family are not used to that. So they were going to go somewhere else, right? The whole staff at The Toast, right? They damn near chased Keith Lee and his family out the restaurant. So this time around, Keith Lee went with his family inside the restaurant to eat, right? And the whole staff basically went outside to Keith Lee to try to help accommodate him. Basically say, hey, we can prepare your whole dinner for you and your family in like 5 minutes or less. When I tell you, bro, Keith Lee was like, I'm not with that. So he saw 2 cars with 2 girls in each car, right? One was doing takeout, one was trying to sit in. Oh my gosh, why? One was doing takeout, one was trying to sit in, right? One waited an hour, another was waiting for an hour and a half, right? Keith Lee didn't like that. So he was like, you know what? I'll do takeout if you allow these car to like sit in and the other one to get takeout, and if you have both of them taken care of before you take care of me and my family. So the people at the Toast did that. They were very nice, very well mannered, you know. They accommodated him and those people, but they accommodated the two cars before Keith Lee, which was very nice to see. However, I do gotta say that's what he said in his video. I basically just shortened it. So yes, that was a crazy week, and may I just say, most people don't understand why he was so upset. He's not upset because, oh my gosh, like, you know, not only just like the weird customer service that they had going on with the real Milk and Honey and then Kandi Burruss's thing. He's upset because his family 2 times went in before him and they made them wait an hour and some minutes, or was trying to make them wait an hour and above. But when Keith Lee would walk into the restaurant, it's like, oh, we can get you in 5 minutes. Oh, we can get you in like less than a minute. We actually have a table set for you already. Like, but they weren't expecting Keith Lee. So basically they're making room and time out the like schedule to give him a table. They're accommodating him because he's popular. When his family came in there like 2 minutes prior, they treated them like normal people, making them wait hours on end for food. But when Keith Lee walked in, oh yeah, it's just, we can accommodate you immediately. That's why he didn't like that shit. He's getting special treatment. He don't like that. That's not what he stands for. He don't want that shit, okay? And I understand, and I like that. You know, it's very humble of him. You know, that's why he was really upset. But most people, for some reason, on Twitter don't get that. And I'm just like, how do you not get that? Like, you know, he's not being an a-hole. He's literally saying he don't like the fact that regular people are having to wait hours and hours on end. But the moment he walk in, oh, you can get me immediately. If you can get me immediately, why can't you get these other people? What the fuck? There's some people waiting pretty much 4 hours for their fucking food. But you can get me immediately? Like that? No, that don't make any sense. That's fucked up, actually. So, yes. Now, these are not the only restaurants he went to. If you see on his TikTok and even on his YouTube channel, he has a YouTube channel, by the way. He went to other restaurants and he helped out with those as he does. It was Keith Lee approved. Very much, you know, God is amazing, as he says. So, yes. And we're also going to talk about how Kandi Burruss had a response as well, too. She had a very professional response. So, I'm going to show you that as well.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kandi, and I'm about to speak on it. No, I'm joking. I'm not about to speak on it. I really just wanted to say I do appreciate Keith Lee for stopping by our restaurant and trying to show us love. It is very unfortunate that we couldn't serve him and his family. We would have loved to, okay? But he's right. We don't take to-go orders on the weekends, and the simple reason is because we do love and appreciate the people who come and support our restaurant. On the weekends, we get a lot of community support, people in our city that show up for us, as well as a lot of people from out of town. So with that being said, we don't want to overwhelm our kitchen by having to, you know, have such long times for the people who are actually at the restaurant, plus having to do to-go orders, because obviously that would make the wait times even longer. So that's the reason for that. For those of you, I saw a couple of people was like, why wouldn't they take to-go orders? Well, that's why. Anyway, with that, outside of that, I want to say thanks to Keith for trying to even show up to our restaurant and show us love. Thanks for trying to bring your family by, and maybe next time we'll still get a chance to serve you. Okay.
So as you can see, a very professional response from Kandi. She was very appreciative that he even showed up. And may I just say, most people may not even understand like how she said, you know, all the orders. Her restaurant is very popular. I don't think people realize she had a whole show around her restaurant, and she's actually a TV star herself, if most people didn't know, like how I mentioned earlier. So yes, a lot of people do go to her restaurant. So her not doing the orders like talking with, she explained it very well. And may I just say, I think we're closing in on the end of the video. Yeah, I'm glad to have done this, because when I tell you, I saw this earlier and it was tripping me out. I was like, what is happening, man? This is some random ass drama. But I am glad that his trip to Atlanta ended well with him going to other restaurants and not just these restaurants. These are only a few versus all the other restaurants he had went to, right? This was just a few complications, but that was just it. So yeah, this was just, it was just so random. That's why I did a video on it. But anyways, thank y'all for watching, and may peace be with you for an eternity.